Okay, so this is like an old geyser over here trying to replace a AC compressor for a Honda 1.3 IMA hybrid. And this is the picture of the compressor that I got on eBay. And show you where the car is over here. Here's the car. It's a 206 Honda Civic hybrid. Just so you can see what kind of car I'm working on. The bumper was already pulled off on this car when it came here, and AC was not working. Low side and high side was exactly the same, so I'm trying to put in a new compressor on this. Okay, so not an easy job in my opinion. Had to take a lot of parts off, and I'm just about ready to pull this thing out right now. And so I'll give you a quick tour on what I had to do. First of all, you want to make sure that you just disconnect all the electricity. I don't know if you can see that. See the on and off switch for the hybrid. I'll zoom it in a little bit there. Make sure you turn that thing off. There's other videos on how to remove the seats and stuff like that, so I won't bother on that. Also disconnect the battery for sure. Got that disconnected. So this beast is kind of a wild one to do. Here's the AC. Let me see if I can get a good shot on that. I've got this pretty much tore apart right now. There's the AC compressor down there. Oops. And you basically have a bolt. You have like a bolt here and a bolt there that needs to come out, and then one underneath the air compressor, which I got out from the side of the car. Not too bad. Electrical connection here. You know, you have to disconnect. You have to disconnect your two lines. This thing is a pain in the butt. This goes in here like that and connects in there, runs around here all the way around there, and then connects in over here, you know, up there. So it runs around and around. I'll show you a little bit later after I get this thing in there. A lot of different parts to, you know, electrical connections and all that stuff. I pulled the two fan motors off, you know, to give me some space here. I pulled this off, you know, the top, so I can move this back. My plan is to bring the compressor out this way through this hole here. Might still have to remove a couple parts, who knows. But I was thinking I could pull it pull it out through that hole, but it just didn't seem like it was going to be enough space. And it didn't seem like it was going to be enough space to pull it out this way. Anyway, I'm going to pause the video now. So I'm going to try to pull this compressor out of here now, see if I can get it out of here. Hung up on this AC line. Okay. Try not to ruin my radiator too much. Keeps getting hung up on this AC line. Voila! It's almost out. Get this cable out of here. Okay, it is out. Yay! Okay, so here we are the next day in sunny, rainy Florida. And here's the two compressors. The one on the right is the used one. I mean, the one I just pulled out of the car. And here's the one that I'm going to replace. These things cost about like $1,700 new. So forget it. That would be the death of the car here in Florida, you know, to put that much money into a 2006 Honda Civic hybrid. Anyway, give you a quick tour here of this. The only thing that makes me think like this compressor I bought on eBay used for like under $100 is a good compressor is that when I do spin this, I can feel a lot more drag, and you can actually hear the little piston probably inside pumping air, whereas this one here just spins, doesn't seem to be doing anything, you know. So that gives me hope that this compressor that I bought used will be an okay thing, and I won't be wasting like hours and hours of work. Gonna flip this around for you just a little bit. Well, first of all, here's the bolts. This is that bolt. Bolts on the underside. And got a bolt here. These are a little bit shorter bolts. And this goes in there like that. And here's the third one. It goes over here like that. Okay. And since I got this off, I'll see if I can zoom in on the specs. It looks like that's about it, as good as I'm going to get it. Anyway, I'll read off what I can. It says oil SE10Y only, and it's HBC 175. model number 4215. So in all my research and that I did, you know, these hybrid AC compressors, you don't want to put the PAG oil in them. You want to put the oil that are designed for hybrid compressors. From what I understand about this compressor, which is different than the Prius compressor, the Prius compressor is all electronic, and these compressors are like a hybrid compressor themselves, like where they work mechanically by spinning this, and then like when the car is in stop mode and the motor isn't running, they have another electrical part here that also keeps the air conditioning running. So anyway, that's what I gleaned from all my study on this. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to cover while I got the compressors out, and I'll go over to the car and start putting this bad boy in. Okay, got rained out yesterday, but I'm back today, and still working on this hybrid 1.3 Honda 206 AC compressor. So what I've got done here so far is got the compressor in. There it is down there. And got the two compressor lines lined up here. Got my serpentine belt back on over here. Let me see if I can like find it right there. Got my serpentine belt on. The most complicated part about this is, let's see, where did it go? Is running this cable. Let's see if I can get a shot here. Yeah, hooked up the little electrical connection there. Got the three 14mm bolts in there. One went there, one's there, and one's underneath the car. Okay, and then moving along here, you see the orange, like right there is a 10mm right there is a little triangle and 10mm bolt that goes in there, a special little bolt. This area here was the most complicated to figure out, because you have to disconnect this wire right there, this wire, and also the starter motor wire right here. Took that off. And then you also have to like take the radiator hose off down here to get this thing out and to run it on through. I found that to be one of the most unbelievable little pieces of work. Okay, and then it runs along here. You got all these little posts here that they clip onto, in case you want to know how to unclip those things. Got a little tab right here. Just pull them back and they'll pull right off. Okay, and then the last thing I need to do is go ahead and run this end over here. Where am I at? Here on my thing. Run this. I'm doing this with my camcorder, so it's a little hard. So I just need to go ahead and connect that up to where it runs back to the hybrid battery. There's a little bracket thing with two 10mm bolts on there I had to take off, and it has like a little clip, green clip that goes in there to lock it on there after you get it. So I'll go ahead and do that now, and I'll come back in a little bit. Okay, back again, and there's the connection that goes to the hybrid battery. I've gone ahead and like buttoned everything up here pretty much, and just pulling a vacuum now on the system. Gotta put this piece back on over here. Waited to do it. Just pops down there. Just pops on there. This has 2 bolts here. Got the air hose there. When I did this, I like replaced the dryer for this car. There's the new one I put on right there, and there's the old one, and you're supposed to do that. It was just a 1mm bolt there and a little bracket right there, 1mm bolt underneath it. Pretty easy to do. Yeah, so I'm probably pretty much done like with this video of like installing or removing and installing a hybrid AC compressor. It's my first mechanical video. I'm sure like the video is probably not all that great, but did best I can. And yeah, and this is the first time I've ever done it either too, so, and I'm not like a professional mechanic at all, so anyway, just giving a little tour on the car, and I will go ahead and do a short little bit more on the video, just to see if we got a runner or not. This is a low line, this is a high line. Doing a pulling a vacuum on it. You should like, they're at negative right now, so that's good. Been pulling a vacuum for about 30 minutes, 40 minutes, something like that right now. So okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Okay, I'm back for just a real short period of time here. What I just finished doing is adding in 12 ounces of the R131A. Compressor kicked on right away, and I got nice cool air. This has like 12 ounces of fluid in there. Let's see, 12 ounces, and the AC guide says like 14 ounces to 14 ounces to 16 ounces. So I got 12 here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add this. This is the hybrid stuff, and this has like 2 ounces of hybrid oil for the compressor and 1 ounce of R131A. So that'll give me 3 more ounces. With the 12 ounces there, that'll be 15 ounces, so that should be good to go. Even with the 12 ounces, it's blowing nice and cold, but I want to make sure it's got plenty of oil in here. Just for information purposes, like the compressor oil is different than the refrigerant. It took me quite a bit of study to get that differentiated. The refrigerant is not oil. The air compressor has to have some of its own oil, and this is it flows all the way through the system, so you know, it mixes together, I guess. And anyway, it took me a long time to figure that out. Okay, hope that helps. I'll be back in just a little bit to wrap this up. Okay, so I added the oil, and everything's looked good. I've got nice ice cold air. Pressure gauges come out to about that. Maybe if it was a brand new compressor, it might be even a little bit better, but I'm happy with it. I'd say I got a thumbs up here. Okay, hope this helps anyone out trying to put a AC compressor into a Honda hybrid. It was quite a job. I'd say it's about an 8 on a scale of 10, but you can do it. I did it. You can do it. Old geezer out.